Tributes have poured in from around the world for one of Australia's most popular prime ministers. Bob Hawke, who was leader from 1983 to 1991, died at the age of 89. His legacy is vast, celebrated for modernizing the economy and introducing a public healthcare system. But he was also known for a larger-than-life personality. Katie Silver reports.
Under Bob Hawke, Australia changed fundamentally. One of his most iconic moments occurred early in his leadership when Australia won the America's Cup, ending the US's 132-year stranglehold. It was this line:
"I tell you what, any boss who sacks anyone for not turning up to die is a bum,"
that set him on his path to being a leader no one could ignore. During his 8 years in power, his reforms were vast, including giving Australia its own national anthem as a move away from the UK's God Save the Queen. He established the country's public health system, Medicare, and a number of economic reforms, including floating Australia's dollar and opening the economy up to global competition. He was also a champion of the environment and women's rights in the workplace. Ahead of this Saturday's election, leaders from both political parties have paid their respects.
He had a great intellect, he had enormous passion, and he had courage. And that was able to sustain him in being the longest-serving Labor Prime Minister of all time.
Tonight, the nation and Labor are in mourning. We have lost a favourite son. Bob Hawke loved Australia, and Australia loved Bob Hawke.
There have also been tributes from Paul Keating, his long-term political rival, who said the pair enjoyed a great partnership and the country is much poorer for his passing. Former Prime Ministers such as Julia Gillard said, without question, Bob was the greatest peacetime leader Australia has ever had. The tribute of one former leader, though, Tony Abbott, has been condemned by many on Twitter as political point scoring. He described Bob Hawke as having a Labor heart but a Liberal head. Former Labor PM Kevin Rudd called Bob Hawke a giant of Australian politics. He is survived by his wife and biographer Blanche Dalpouge and his 3 children, Susan, Stephen and Roslyn.
Katie Silver there with tributes to Bob